Hi my dear children, how are you all? I hope you all are doing great, doing your self-assessment for each and every chapter, is it? Very good. Now, in this 4th standard science subject, your 12th lesson. Your 12th lesson is about the solar system. So, today in this session, we are going to learn many interesting things about solar system. Right. Now, let's see about solar system. So, what is this solar system? So, the solar system consists of 8 planets. There are heavenly bodies which is known as 8 planets. So, these planets revolve around the sun. So, the heavenly bodies revolve around the sun. So, they are called as planets, right? And we do have a star, a big star which is known as sun, right? So, sun is a star which is nearest to the earth. So, the sun is present at the center of the solar system. So, the sun is present in the center and thereby the 8 planets revolve around the sun, right. So, before they considered there were 9 planets, right. So, after August 24, 2004, they finalized the astronomers finalized that there are only 8 planets as the Pluto, the last planet which is known as Pluto. So, the Pluto is considered as dwarf planet. Why? Because the Pluto is not coming under the qualities of planets, right. Now, we have 8 planets that revolve around the sun, right. And we also have some other heavenly bodies on the solar system which is known as natural satellites. So, the natural satellites for each and every planets, right. So, the sun, 8 planets and their moon form the solar system, right. Now, we know that there are 8 planets. Those 8 planets revolve around the sun in its own orbit. So, how a train travels in a track, the same way each and every planet has its own orbit. So, thereby on its orbit the planets revolving around the sun, right. So, here we also learn the Pluto is considered as a dwarf planet. So, along with Pluto there are some other dwarf planets which is present in the solar system. What are they? So, they are Ceres, Eris. So, totally Pluto, Ceres and Eris is considered as the dwarf planet, right. So, sun is the star that gives out more amount of heat and light to all the planets, right. Now, let us see about each and every planet. So, there are 8 planets, is it? Now, let us see one by one what are the 8 planets, okay. So, first we will see about sun. So, because sun is present in the center of the solar system. So, we will start from the sun. So, sun is a hot ball of gases. So, we can see many gases are burning inside the sun and this is the star that is nearest to the earth, okay. And we can see hydrogen, helium, these are the gases that is present inside the sun where the hydrogen is burning out into helium, thereby giving more amount of heat and light to the planets, right. Now, let us see the planets. So, the first planets according to the distance from the sun, the first planet is Mercury. So, Mercury is in the first place, right. So, this is Mercury. So, the Mercury is the smallest among all the other planets. The size of the Mercury is very small. So, that is why Mercury is considered as the smallest planet, right, and it is very close to the sun, right. Next, we will see the second planet which is known as Venus. So, Venus is called as the hottest planet. But you will have a doubt, ma'am, why Mercury is near to the sun, why Mercury is not called as the hottest planet? Why Venus is considered as the hottest planet? It is because more amount of carbon dioxide is present in the Venus planet. So, the carbon dioxide has the property of trapping more heat. So, thereby the Venus is very hotter than the Mercury. So that is why Venus is called as the hottest planet. And we can see the Venus planet as a star during the mid-evening and in the mornings, right? So we can see the Venus star, the Venus planet has a star, like a bright star. So that's why the Venus is also called as a brightest star, or we can also call it as morning star or evening star. So the Venus is also called as morning star, evening star, bright star. But it is not actually a star, it is a planet. It reflects the light of the sun, thereby we can see as a star from the earth. Clear? Now let's see the third planet. So the third planet is, yes, Earth. So we all live in Earth, right? So Earth is the third planet from the sun, and Earth is the only planet where life is existing in the Earth. Okay. So Earth is the third planet, right? So the Earth has air and water. Nearly 70% of water is present on the Earth. So because of the presence of air and water, life is possible on Earth, right? So this Earth, as it has 70% of water, it looks bluish in color. So that is why Earth is called as a blue planet. Clear? Right. So next we will see about the next planet, Mars. So Mars is the fourth planet from the sun. So because of the reddish browny appearance due to red rusty dust. So more amount of red rusty dust is present around the Mars. So because of that, the Mars looks reddish brown in color. So as it looks reddish brown, we call Mars as a red planet, right? Next we will see the next planet. The fifth planet is Jupiter. So Jupiter is the largest planet. So it is about nearly 11 times bigger than the Earth. So nearly we can accommodate all the planets, all the remaining 7 planets can be accommodated inside the Jupiter. So that much large it is, right? So that is why it is called as a largest planet, right? So, and it is also a fastest spinning planet, and it has nearly 3 layers of dust that is encircled around it, right? So Jupiter is the largest planet. And now let's see the next planet, Saturn. So Saturn is also called as a ring planet. Why? Because the many rings that surrounds it. Okay, so there will be dust, rocks, sand that encircled around the Saturn. So that look like a ring that is surrounded on the Saturn. So that is why the Saturn is called as the ring planet, because we can see the ring is made up of rocks, ice and dust. Okay. The next one is Uranus. So Uranus is the 7th planet. So here the Uranus is the first planet that is discovered through the telescope, right? And it is the only planet that spins on its side. So all the planets that spin on its axis, but the Uranus is the only planet that spin on its sideways. Okay, and this is the first planet that is discovered by through the telescope. Okay, and now let's see the last planet, the 9th planet, which is known as Neptune. So this Neptune planet is very far away from the sun. So that is why it is coldish. It is very cold. So this planet is called as a coldest planet, right? So because of the because there is will not be much sun rays pass into the planet, so it looks little bluish in color. Okay, so this is about the planets, right? So you learned what are the planets, right? So you learned about Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune, right. So, all these planets have their own natural satellite. What is natural satellite? The natural satellite or the objects that revolve around the planets, right. So, those are called as natural satellites. So, here on our earth, we do have a one natural satellite which is known as moon. So, moon is the natural satellite that is present on the earth and we have one moon, whereas Mercury and Venus does not have any moons, but the rest of the planets have moons, right. So, earth has one moon, Mars has two moons, likewise Jupiter has more than 67 moons and Saturn has 62 moons. Like that, all the rest of the planets have their own natural satellites except Mercury and Venus, right. Right children, today in this session you have learned about what is solar system and you also learned about the names of the planets, right, and you learned what are the special names of those planets also and you learned what is natural satellite. So, go through the lesson and take the study material and copy in your science subject note and read from your science subject note. Once you are thorough with the lesson, take the self-assessment and do the self-assessment. So, once you do the self-assessment, you will come to know how far you have understood about the solar system. So, hope this class is useful for you. Thank you for watching. I will meet you in the next class with a new topic. Thank you.